just to be on here and like explain myself, but at the same time I feel like I don't need to explain myself. But I know this situation just look like so all over the place, and just wondering like, oh well, Carmen, what happened? Like this and the third. You have so much to say. Like you got people that like it, you got people that don't like it. For one, let's please keep in mind, this man's still the father of my kids, regardless. Every time y'all heard me saying like, oh, will you go back to your ex, or will you talk to your ex, and this and the third, like it's not about that. You know what I mean? It's not about, if y'all see me in the room with him, it's like, oh, we just lovey-dovey again, or we are back cool. Like, me and Corey had conversations privately before it was fucking even spotted publicly. But the conversation was more so like learning and understanding where we stand with each other, and more so of like the damage that was caused in all these 5 months. So it's not an easy situation for me to even speak on and trying to address something when I know that your guys gonna already have your own assumptions or your own, opinions about it, because it does look bad. It does look like, oh, this is what it is, but you're telling us this is not what it's not, whatever the case may be. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all not gonna see me in the room with this man. I can't say that, you know what I mean? Like, we got kids together. Our kids not even teenagers yet. So it's like, y'all gonna see me and him in the same room. Do I rather just be mature or just be cordial with the father of my kids instead of, holding grudges or have hate or being like, I can't even stand this man, or I just need like a third person in between so he can see the kids or whatever? Absolutely not. Like, I would rather to just be cordial with this man, knowing that if anything happened with the kids, that's the person I have to call. You know what I mean? Like, this is the father of my kids, regardless of what the situation is, how things went down, or what we done said, and whatever. So it's like, I don't have the energy to really explain, oh, well, this what was really happened, this what we really said, this what it is, this what it's not. Because I really even promised myself, and I really just been praying, like, I'm not going to get back to this back and forth social media stuff. I'm not going to sit here and make a video, maybe a long-ass video explaining a situation that's maybe only like a 5-minute situation. Like, I'm not about to do that, you know what I mean? And it sucks, very much sucks, like in real life. And I mean, like, when I turn the camera off, it really sucks because I have people that I have to deal with, like I have to deal with the emotions, I have to deal with how they thinking, I have to deal with how they feel. So it's like, I'm not just dealing with this publicly, which it sucks, don't get me wrong. Like, I would prefer for this to just be as private as it could be, but knowing that it's like thousands and millions of people watching and saying this and saying that do sucks, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I am the type of person that, like, I don't hold grudges, you know what I mean? And like, I don't like to hold hate. I feel like hate is a strong word. So when I do say I hate you, it's like I hate you. Like, this was the person that I was with for 7 years. For 2, I still have love for this man, regardless of what has been going on. I always hold love for him. But it's not that I'm in love with him. It's not that I'm saying, oh, we are back together. Yeah, like, woohoo. Like, that's not the case. In the conversation or what he had with these people, I don't know what was said before the actual video. I don't know what was said before he actually started the conversation. I don't know if he was speaking in terms as if this could be, or this how it's gonna be, or I don't know. And I really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, don't care for it. Only because I feel like at this point, so much that has happened that it's like, okay, what's next? Like, what's worse? Like, what could possibly be worse? And in your eyes, it's like, well, Carmen, what could be worse is that you go back to him. It just sucks because this is like my one time addressing this, but it's going to be other situations where it's going to look like that. And I have to, like, what I'm going to do, I have to come back here and address it again. Like, I'm not about to do that. So I'm letting y'all know now, like, this is the father of my kids. This is somebody that y'all going to see me in the same room with. This is the person that people, like, when people think about us, they thinking about both of us. It's still like, because we do have our own separate brands, we do have our own separate platforms. So people looking at it like, oh, if I can have him rocking this jacket, I can have her rocking this jacket too. It's for my brand, it's to help my business, da-da-da. And when things like that happen, I just don't think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not thinking about, damn, this is gonna really look bad. Because in the back of my mind, I still keeping like, okay, this is not a stranger. You know what I mean? This is somebody that I know, knowing. But I can totally understand the fact that it looks like with no explanation, it just looked like we back cool, like in a snap of finger, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like whatever happened, whatever was said is said, whatever was done is done. I just hate that I have to deal with this like all over again. And I feel like I've been dealing with this for 5 months, you know. And I be trying to just, I'm not really a person to sit down and address stuff over and over and over, but it seems like certain stuff do affect me like in a major way that it's like nobody really knows, because obviously y'all not here with me in real life. So it's like, okay, damn, I got people calling me dumb, I got people calling me this, I got people calling me that, and not just even that, but in the mix of that, y'all throwing somebody else in the mix and y'all making it seem like that person's getting played, or Carmen, you playing with him, you don't respect feelings, you don't do this, you don't do that. It's like, it's not a case. That's not the fucking case. I like, it's just really not. And like, I'm just really just drained with the situation, because it's like, if that wasn't even the case, if y'all would have saw me and him in the, because y'all like, oh, Carmen, you're back with him after da. Like, why can't y'all just be mature enough to think, nah, they probably just cool, they probably just friends. Like, I do believe being friends with your ex. I do believe being able to be cordial with somebody that's in your life for so many years. So it's like, why you gotta be there when y'all see us in the same room? It's like, oh yeah, they automatically together. Like, oh damn, like, this and the third. Like, trust me, me as a person, me as a woman, and what I have been going through for the past month, it's not easy to just be in the room and just make it seem like, oh, we just back together. Like, that's just such a strong word that y'all even using, you know. And like, I'm not the type of person to really sit here and explain my details or what really happened, because I feel like at the end of the day, you see me here sitting down and explain this, explain that, what it was, let me show y'all the messages, let me show y'all videos, let me do this, let me do that. Like, I done that before, you know what I mean? Like, I done it in the past. So because I'm not in the past anymore, I'm not trying to repeat that. I'm not trying to keep doing that, because obviously I have people that like when I don't address nothing. I have people that like, dang, Carmen, you're so strong, because like no matter what people are saying, like, you don't even gotta address nothing, you don't even gotta move a finger. But then I got the people, they love when I address stuff, you know what I mean? Like, they love when, yes, Carmen, that's how you clear it up, that's how you do this, that's how you do that. But what I fail to realize is sometimes when I address stuff, it's what makes the situation like just longer, and it just make it more relevant than what it needs to be. And then at the end of the day, I'm sorry if I disappointed y'all to be in the room with my ex at that time and the way that it looked. I'm sorry if that was a thing for y'all and I disappointed y'all, or but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't owe y'all no explanation, you know what I mean? And I feel like long as me and my people in my real life here understand what's going on, they see what it is and they see what it's not, it's like, then that's all I care about. But obviously what's going on publicly is what comes between what I got going on in real life, and that sucks. That very much sucks. So it's like, that's not the case. But if y'all do see me and him in the same room again, please don't think that it's that, or please don't think that it's just so easy to just be back with this person, you know what I mean? And maybe I was comfortable enough to be in the same room in them circumstances just because this person is somebody I've been knowing for years, you know what I mean? Like, this is somebody that's all I knew for so long. So maybe I was comfortable enough to just be in the same room, to just, all right, Corey, what we gonna do? Like, are we gonna be cool? We're gonna be cordial? We're gonna work this thing out where there's no more grudges in between, where I can even stand to see you? Or we're just gonna get a middleman and we're gonna deal through the middleman, so when you see the kids, like, I wouldn't even trust that neither. Like, when it comes about my kids, I'd rather to deal with my kids on my own. Like, I'd rather to be hands-on. Like, I don't trust my kids with a middleman. I don't trust my kids to be with somebody that I don't even know if you're going to deliver my kids to the person. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to make the situation just about the kids, because I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, you just using the kids for this or that. Because it's not even the situation. But that's the main reason why we have to have a conversation. For the kids, okay? For the kids. But it is what it is at this point. Because y'all going to look at things like exactly just how it is. If y'all look at a man and y'all know this man talking to somebody else, and y'all see this man in public talking to another girl, y'all going to automatically think that man is fucking that girl. This whole time, they just having a mutual conversation. This whole time, they have an understanding what it is and what it ain't. But the fact is that y'all just don't like when things is being put out there without an explanation. And I get it, because it does look a certain way. So it's like,